Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another episode of Truly Bedrock Season 2. I hope you're doing fantastic today. In the previous episode, we got a bunch of stuff done around the farming area of bases, as you can see behind us here. There is just so much stuff happening in this area, but we are not done with this area yet. As you can see, there's a lot of decoration that needs to be done, and we'll be doing some of that near the end of today's episode. However, we're going to be creating a huge expansion underneath the ocean monument, mining out a very large area, installing some slime farms, and then that area is also where all of our storage technology, super smelters, and extra little farms are going to be going as well. So we're going to have an entire extra section of this base underwater. I went ahead and took the liberty and just did like all the grindy, boring stuff off camera. That way we can just hop right into it. So as you can see, the underside of the ocean monument is now completely dug out, and it's very dry as well. Besides that over there, and some drips from the ceiling, and but yeah, besides that, it's very dry in here. Oh, and I guess we also got that water right there. Okay, maybe it's not like that dry, but you get the idea. It's all mined out. We got ourselves a nice 50 by 50 area in here that we can fill up with a bunch of different farms and contraptions. Alright, there's all that water too. But basically, my idea is that we're going to have 4 slime farms down here. We're going to have some XP storage banks off in that area. We're going to have our bulk storage and multi-item sorting systems off in this area. We're going to have some main furnace array over there. 2 more slime farms. So right in this little area, right where we've actually dug out and dried, we have 4 slime chunks in this kind of orientation right here, which is actually kind of convenient for a simulation distance of 4 with our radius of 44 spawning and despawning. So as you can see, we have 1 slime chunk that is right over here and at this corner. The next one is up into the diagonal of that, so it goes off in that direction and off in that direction. And then the next 2 are over here on this side of the room. We got this one right here marked out with the cobblestone border. And then the next one is up into the diagonal and this area. And of course that goes through to here. Now these slime chunks actually just about touch the bamboo farm. As you can see, this is the water stream of the bamboo farm, and then the one on the other side actually touches the kelp farms. So we have to be a little bit careful. We are kind of running out of room, but the first thing that we're going to do, of course, is start to mine out all these slime chunks. We got to mine them down to Y level 5 all the way to bedrock, and I'm just going to go ahead and get that done off camera as well, because there's not really, you know, that much to say about it. Quite a while later, digging out all 4 of those slime chunks, it took about 4 hours, I believe, about 1 hour per hole or thereabouts. And as you can see, they're all now dug out. We didn't really get any diamonds from that. We got like maybe 20 or so. But yeah, as you can see, there is slime chunk number 1. Here is slime chunk number 2. And then we got slime chunk 3 and 4 off in this area over here. Now there is that one. And basically, this one looks exactly the same. Oh my god, it's a hole going down to bedrock. Who would have guessed? Now, that's pretty much all there is to it. There was a lot of watery caves, and of course there was some of the watery caves with like the obsidian and the magma blocks, so there's a bunch of lava to clear out. This one over here had literally 1,000 gravel, in one vein. You see that bit of gravel right there? That goes all the way down to basically the bottom. So we dug out like half that chunk and it was just gravel. So I actually used literally every single mining tool that I had. I had to create a new netherite pickaxe specifically for this adventure because I didn't feel like repairing things. So this one is brand new for our arsenal. Anyway, that is really all there is to say about the mining adventures. Now we actually need to set up 4 of these slime farms in this area, and that is the next project. We're going to be using my 1 chunk slime farm that uses the snow golems, and basically we're going to have one of the kill chambers off in this direction right here. We're going to have another one of the kill chambers off in this direction right here, and then essentially the opposite on this side right here. So we'll have one of the kill chambers be on like this side of the chunk, and then the next kill chamber will be on that side of the chunk. That way we kind of keep everything directed towards the center of this area. That way nothing despawns. If we had the kill chambers off on the far sides of the chunk going away from us, then I feel like slimes would actually despawn a lot more often. So we're going to try and direct all the slimes towards the center of the area. That way they despawn less often as we're just kind of casually walking around in this area. So we're going to start building right here in a slime chunk number 1. And honestly, this is a really easy farm to build. We need to put a floor right here above bedrock because the things don't spawn on top of bedrock. So if we use like this layer as a spawning floor, then we're going to be losing some spots. So we're going to put a floor directly above this. And then I'm basically going to be building the entirety of these farms out of prismarine blocks because we just have so many of these things. It really isn't a bother to use these. And I'm also going to be using sea lanterns in this farm as well for the lights because slimes can actually spawn on sea lanterns. Sea lanterns are kind of like a weird block. They're actually a solid block that conducts redstone when they probably shouldn't be. I don't think they do that on Java Edition. And slimes and ghasts and things can actually spawn on them. Basically, all the mobs that don't care about light levels can spawn directly on top of those. And it's really convenient for this farm. So we're going to be using those for our lights. We're going to be using prismarine for the rest of the build. And overall, it's just going to be a really quick build process. Of course, we're going to be using magma blocks to kill all of these slimes, and then we'll have some snow golems along this wall right here going up to probably about that block just to attract all the slimes and make them fall down into the magma blocks. Item collection is just going to be a hopper minecart, and honestly, slime farms are just like super simple and straightforward. There really isn't that much to them, and they're just a nice and good little farm. So that is 4 spawning platforms installed. For these farms, we're going to have a total of 5 spawning platforms. We could go up quite a bit higher because slimes spawn anywhere below Y40 inside of a slime chunk. However, I don't think we can utilize that entire space, and we're already going to be preventing a lot of spawns just by walking around in this area. So like when we're walking around up at that layer, we're going to be preventing spawns and basically every part of the farm besides the very bottom layer. So that means that we need to walk around like, you know, kind of far away from the farm in order for it to work at peak efficiency. But that's kind of fine, you know, that's to be expected when you're standing so close to the farm. Getting a proper AFK spot is going to be a little bit difficult. Now, these slime farms already are not going to be producing that much slime because there's not going to be any surface spawns. We're building these entirely underground, so they're only going to have cave spawns, and that's going to significantly reduce the rates of our farm. However, lucky for us, we don't need to spawn-proof any caves or anything in this area because all of the ocean caves are completely filled with water, which is really annoying if you want to dig out the chunks. However, it is actually quite nice when you want to build mob farms in the area, so we don't need to spawn-proof absolutely anything in the area, and these slime farms are going to be the only thing that's active in the entire base when we're down here at this layer. The guardian farm won't be activated, the mob farms above won't be activated, only the slime farms are going to be activated, and they'll have the entire mob cap of this area. Well, I was just going to skip over this part right here because item collection is just really basic. You just run a hopper minecart underneath all the magma blocks, and that's pretty normal. But then I tried to install the snow golem, and yeah, we got some lava over there, which is not a good thing. So we got to deal with that. As you can see, this is one of those like underwater, underground, ravine, cavey things. So that had just a complete water cave above that. Super nice to deal deal with this entire area is just full of water and lava, and it's not a fun area to dig out. Well, all things considered, these things don't actually take that long to build. I just tossed this thing together in like 20 minutes. A slime farm really is like a super basic farm. All you got is your spawning platforms, you install your magma blocks and your rails, you put in 5 snow golems for this little size farm, and that's really all there is to it. It is so simple. I love slime farms so much. So that is the first slime farm built. We now need to build the second one. Getting out of these is probably the most difficult part of the entire build. Oops, a little bit too short on that one. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we gotta build up this next one, and that'll be 2 out of 4 of the slime chunks built in. Something really cool that you can do in the current updates is actually make solid blocks waterloggable. As you can see, that block there is just like a regular good old stone block, and it's got water in it. That is not the first time I've made one of those, like, accidentally in this area. I think that's actually like the 4th or 5th one. No idea how to, like, specifically make that happen, so I'm working on getting in the snow golems now for the second slime farm, and so far it's going pretty well. Just gotta worry about all this water everywhere. The water is honestly kind of an annoying thing, as I've said multiple times already, but we are getting it done. As you can see, we got all of the spawning platforms installed, the item collection for the second farm. Really just need to get in like another 3 snow golems. No, 2 snow golems? 3. 2? An amount of snow golems. Alright, so all of these snow golems are now installed for this second farm. It's really not a complicated process at all. Somehow I managed to lose my shulker box of like some materials. I'm not sure where it went. I broke it and then it landed down there, and it should have gotten picked up by the hopper minecart, but I looked in the hopper minecart, it's not in there. And I looked in the chest down here and it's not in here either. It like just completely straight up disappeared. Oh, this hopper is pointing to the side. Ah, it's right there. Okay, that explains it. Okay, I didn't look at the hopper. Okay, ignore me. I'm just over here being stupid. Anyway, so that is now 2 slime farms completely done. Here is the first one. Here is the second one. And we are now good to go to start building the next 2. Now, since you guys have pretty much already seen the entire process, and if you want to really see the entire process, there's actually a tutorial on the channel. I'm just going to go ahead and time-lapse these next 2, and then when I come back to you, we'll have 4 slime farms completely built on the Truly Bedrock server. And now we have 4 beautiful and identical slime farms completely installed in the server. As you can see, we got 1 to our right and 1 to our left. These are the ones that we built on camera. And then we just got these 2 done over here, which you just saw in the time lapse. And there we go. So there is that one. And then there's that one as well. I don't cause lag spikes when I join the server. I blame just yes. So I've yet to actually see a bunch of slimes spawn in this farm, but of course Liara's online, so she's taking up the entire mob cap, and that is gonna prevent us from getting any slimes in this here farm. So we're just gonna have to wait a little while to actually get stuff from this. But the farms are now done, and of course they're fully functional, and everything about them is just great and lovely and beautiful. So we'll decorate these walls at a later point once I actually know how we're going to be building the rest of this area. So now that we've gotten these slime farms done, it is time to switch gears and start working on the decoration of the base. And you know what? I feel like we haven't had enough time lapses in today's episode, so let's get a whole bunch more work done, shall we? I feel like making all of the progress. So a little while later now, and a lot of work has been done on the base. As you can see behind me here, the large circle going around the outer edge is almost completely done. The smaller inner circles are nearing completion as well. And then the innermost circles above the Guardian Farm are also having some work done on them as well. Most of this is in like the prototyping stage, just kind of throwing some ideas down on the ground, seeing what happens with them, and then kind of going from there. So that is more or less the current progress update on how the base is coming along. As you can see, there's a few little sections over here that need to be filled in and decorated, and we'll go ahead and do those real quickly. But I've actually broken like literally every single tool that I own to my name. Like absolutely everything that I can possibly mine with is completely broken due to those 4 slime farms. So I need to go ahead and do a massive repair session. And also, I just realized that I placed down both of these things, but I don't have a pickaxe I can use to mine those. So those are just gonna stay there for a while. Now, lucky for me, the Guardian Farm is actually working pretty well right now. A couple of days ago, it wasn't really working that well for some reason. I don't know if other people were filling up the mob cap, hashtag blame Liara, or if something else was happening with Bedrock Edition. Now, on that note, you guys might notice that like some of your experience farms are a little bit wonky and weird in this update, and that is because the experience orbs are actually a little bit bugged. So it might appear that all of the experience is stuck in your Guardian Farm cells, for example, but in reality, the experience is actually going to your AFK spot. I'd recommend that you check out the recent Bug Rock episode if you haven't already, and you can see the full story of how things are broken. So I'm gonna go ahead and repair just a whole bunch of tools. Yep, literally just an entire hotbar of things that are broken. I am just like the fixer of things, aren't I? Well, that didn't actually take too long, and now we just have so much shiny. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Having duplicate tools and having backup tools that you can just go ahead and repair all at one time is basically the best thing that you can do in this game. Seriously, invest in backup gear. You don't want to just have like one main set of tools that goes by way too quickly. Even if you do have unbreaking, you want to have at least like 3 or 4 sets of tools. That way you can just absolutely go through all of them, and then you can just do one big repair session and have everything repaired. It is so much more convenient, and then if you ever die in the void or lose all your items somehow, you always have a backup set of gear. So it turns out that we have a little bit of base visitors, so prepare yourselves for the peoples. I haven't seen people on the server in 19 years, so this place is not prepared for visitors. Look at the mess. I have no time to clean up this area. Oh my god, panic mode. Panic mode. I'm just gonna run away and pretend and hope that they don't see anything. So what you guys doing?
We wanted to talk to you about the whole sortress thing, because I definitely keep stealing stuff from it.
Rude.
Yeah, but I figured, like, my understanding is that you needed more fuel for it, and by fuel I mean gold.
Yes, I need lots of gold. I have no gold at all.
My question for you, oh.
Yes, what is your question? You were saying?
I was going to ask you if this was enough gold, but I got a little distracted by you being like one with your floor.
Yes. So how much gold is that? Just 1 block? Okay, just okay, a couple more blocks. Ooh, okay. I don't actually know how much gold the thing uses, to be fair. It just uses a lot.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it will eat whatever it is you put in it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. See, I guess I was just trying to figure out, like, if that's a good start.
I mean, how many items are we wanting here? Like, do we want all of the items, or do we want all of the items plus?
I need approximately 9 shulker boxes of quartz.
I think there's probably already... Oh, quartz blocks? Oh, okay. Okay, well, yeah, we might need some
Yeah,
more.
that's not already. I stole all of it.
Yeah, and
You stole all my quartz!
I may or may not have stolen about 6 chests of glowstone dust.
You guys are just stealing all my things. I think this gold is back payment.
I mean, like, I'm fine with it being back payment. We're here to ask, like, is that like where you're at on the needs for it, or should we go ahead and make a gold farm? Because we've been putting off making a gold farm for like 3 months, and like, should the meme end already, or like?
Nah, May as well just keep the meme going. I think this will definitely be enough for a while. It's probably gonna fill up the storage. Like, we need to get rid of the gravel because there's like 20 double chests of gravel.
Okay, can do.
Yes.
Concrete exists.
So go steal my gravel, and then we can go do trades.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. Also, yeah, can you stop being good at everything? The base is just like distractingly good.
It's made out of netherrack.
I legitimately regret ever telling you how to do spirals. Because you went and done it.
Yeah,
So.
I asked you how to do spirals, and you were just like, a spiral is just a circle that got lost. I'm like, okay, I can do that. So that's what I did. There's actually more stuff underneath the ocean monument as well.
Oh my
There's
god.
4 slime farms down there now.
Wow.
Why?
Because I can. That's why.
You have 4 slime farms.
Yes.
And yet you don't want a single gold farm that we actually do need.
Yes. See, this space isn't about getting useful things, it's about getting things. And not having a use for them.
Yeah, no, I'm building a gold farm at the Sotras.
I have had a nether side gold farm design since like January.
Oh.
Ever since, yeah. So it's good. I know what to do. That's why I say we've been stalling for months.
Well, there we go. What are we waiting for?
Honestly, the meme of it.
That's understandable. I haven't made a creeper farm in like 2 years because people were like, make a creeper farm. And I'm just like, nah. I don't really
You
want
need
to.
a cat farm though.
Exactly, and they still want a
I
creeper
love
farm.
that. We need one of those.
Now, you see, the thing about the Sortress is that area is actually specifically designed or chosen to be perfect for a ghast farm, and a magma cube farm, and a hoglin farm, and all the other farms. Like, I picked that area because it has a lot of lava lakes and all the biomes.
Just for the posterity's sake, what is this, by the by?
Oh, that thing? That's
Yeah.
a scale model. I made that so I can know what I'm doing. There was a smaller one even. Actually, there still is a smaller one. It's over here. It's tiny.
Oh my god. Wait, I gotta see this even tinier.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, this thing.
Oh my god.
I thought this was some sort of an art installation.
It is. It's a 1/16th scale model.
Don't
Oh.
talk to me or my son's son ever again.
Yeah, basically. We got 3 generations of weird spirally things over here.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
It's like
He
a
actually
Pokemon
didn't build
evolution.
any of this stuff, he just bone mealed one of these.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess in the next episode, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break from this area and building a gold farm in the Nether. That should be a very fun project, actually. I haven't worked on a gold farm for Bedrock Edition in absolutely ages. So it'll be nice to work on that, and then we'll finally have a good gold supply as well. That way we can get all the quartz and blackstone that we need for this base. And overall, it should be very good. So hopefully you are looking forward to the next episode of Truly Bedrock, because that is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, then of course make sure to leave a like on the video. It seriously does help out the video and the channel a ton. If you're new here, then consider subscribing so that you don't miss future episodes with the gold farms. And otherwise, I'll see you guys down in the comment section and in the next one. Thank you so very much for watching. And then there was silence.